Hello, my name is Haya Awad, and this is my story. I was born on May 21st, 1997, in Latakia, Syria, a small town overcoming the Mediterranean Sea. I grew up in a family of 5, and I was the youngest of my 2 siblings. My house was approximately 20 minutes away from the beach, so much of my childhood involved the beach. Family was a big part of my childhood, personally and literally. My apartment was one of the 12 apartments in my building complex that was occupied by family members. This made for some quite interesting days that nevertheless made me fond of my family and its diverse members. Given that Latakia was a small town, my school was a couple of miles away from my house. Outside of school, I spent much of my free time biking around the town with my cousins and friends. I loved roaming around the town and spending quality time with the people close to me. And of course, I earned myself some fair share of bruises on those daily excursions. During the summertime, my family and I used to rent out a tent and camp out on the beach. Searching for shells, fishing, and building sandcastles became a few of my daily missions over the summer. My friends and I would spend the entire night walking on the beach shore, playing hide and seek, and just having a good time. As for school, I studied up to 9th grade in Syria. In 2012, I moved to London with my family, where I continued my high school education. Having to transition from my country to one where English is a primary language was the most challenging obstacle for me to overcome. I taught myself English by watching TV shows, movies, and listening to songs and translating them from English to Arabic. I would also watch the news, read articles, and practice speaking English with my brother. Now, one of the best perks of living in London was its proximity to other European countries. So, luckily I had the opportunity to travel and explore different places in Europe, such as the Netherlands, Italy, Germany, Spain, and France. My personal favorite, though, is Italy. I fell in love with the culture, the art, the architecture, and of course the food. I mean, who doesn't love Italian pizza? I can't help but admire this country. I discovered a great passion for traveling, exploring new countries, and learning about other cultures. While living in London, I had the unforgettable experience of participating in The Challenge, which is a program that consisted of going out of the country with fellow students and partaking in outdoor activities as well as creative community projects. My group project focused on helping people in our community. We wrote positive notes and quotes and handed them to people. Our purpose was to spread kindness and positivity in people's fast-paced daily lives. The outcome was so incredible that it inspired me to continue my efforts in community service. So in my free time, I turned to an online platform called 7 Cups of Tea, which allows people all over the world to connect to anonymous, trained listeners when they need space to talk to someone. I loved the idea of it and quickly took up the training to become a listener. In 2015, I moved with my parents to Orlando, Florida. I started pursuing my associate's degree at Valencia College. In 2017, I transferred to the University of Central Florida and continued working towards my bachelor's degree in health sciences preclinical. I've always been very fascinated by the human body. As I learned more about physician assistants, I started to fall in love with the career. I love the fact that it can promote health and wellness on a personal level and make a difference in people's lives. My goal as a PA is to exceed my patients' expectations and make a difference in their lives. I hope to provide comfort to others through patient care as well as education. While being a full-time student at UCF, I worked at a pharmaceutical call center at the University of Florida, and later transitioned to enhanced medication services. I continued working as a clinical adherence technician, where we connected patients with resources to enhance their medication use. This job taught me how to maintain my composure in sensitive and difficult situations while dealing with patients, and just in general. I also learned how to talk to patients and reflect back on their concerns. Something else that opened my eyes to patient care was volunteering at Nemours Children's Hospital for a year. From playing with kids to giving them gifts or just watching them fall asleep, it just made my heart truly happy. Watching a kid smile was always the cure to make me have an even better day. Volunteering and working with patients opened my eyes to issues and discrepancies in the health field. It also motivated me to continue my growth and involvement in this field because I strive to be a voice for my patients. I hope that one day I can continue to make a difference in people's lives and make them feel heard.